Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. And it comes your way next.
In the only building this franchise has ever known, we're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Damian Pierce now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is someone who became an absolute superstar last year as a rookie. Drafted second in 2023, it's C.J. Stroud.
C.J. may not have been the #1 pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, but he was clearly the #1 rookie in all of the NFL last year. Near unanimous Rookie of the Year. In fact, even earning MVP votes, Kate. It wasn't just a little bit of a rebound and a rebuild for Houston. It was a remake in a hurry. What can he do in his sophomore season? It will be must-see TV.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that
he's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the fifth-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly. The way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. And hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
A gain of 27 yards there. And the Chargers will have a first. On the ground, it's Edwards again. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. 2nd and 3 now. Sticking with Edwards here. Broke through the tackle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down. Trying it left side with Edwards. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. To the air this time. Herbert. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Intercepted in the end zone. Kamari Lessiter with the pick.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6. He somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun, Stroud. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Texans set to punt. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Chargers take possession. Here's a give inside to Edwards. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running behind center with Edwards. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Herbert from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. We've finished 1 quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. Pressure comes. Stroud finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
To the sideline, Collins brings it in. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. On the option, here's Mixon. Escapes a defender. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. On the ground again with Mixon. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get the game's first points here in the 2nd. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Chargers and Gus Edwards headed back out on offense. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give to Edwards. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They've invested some early touches in him, Brock, and the returns so far, I'd say very promising.
Kate, I told you this story before, but it was the same play 18 plays in a row. You know, I was really good with that clipboard on the sidelines. 18 plays in a row. Peyton ran the same play. If you can't stop it, keep calling it.
He's got a gain of 6 there. That stop coming from Henry To'o. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Edwards. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. On the return for the Texans, Steven Sims. His first punt went 50. This is away and looks even better. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. They'll run here on 1st down. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Texans dealing with 2nd and 13. Keeping it with Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Blitz coming for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
It's Mixon on 2nd down, and the defense gets there to force a small loss. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. It's another rushing play. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. He's trying to push the field. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Taken away by the rookie from USC. And the Texans do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. It's halftime here in Houston, with the Texans enjoying the lead at the break. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He wound up finding out.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Darius Davis to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by... And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd and 10 now. This into the hands of Will Dissly. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Edwards got it. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
A gain of 15. And the Chargers first down.
Herbert throwing again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. And stop coming from Henry To'o. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Throwing now, Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Trying to work quickly now. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Everybody rushing back to the line. 1st and 10, Herbert. Able to get it to Edwards. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Edwards on the shotgun handoff. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down. It's Edwards on the carry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. To throw, Herbert. He's on the move. Now here he goes. Bouncing football. And that goes out through the end zone. So a costly turnover, a would-be touchdown. Gonna be a touchback instead. Ball coming out to the 20.
Well, that looked like a last-gasp effort to deny them a touchdown. He came with one final wild swing at the ball, and he connects. They get off the field with the touchback, but they're celebrating like they don't want it themselves.
QB sneak coming, and he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Justin Herbert with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Pierce now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out now come the Texans on offense. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Collins there to grab it. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Cam Hart's up for the tackle that time. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Stopped by Deion Henley. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. To the air, Stroud. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. After three quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the fourth. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll throw it. And oh, he got it. Interception. Picked off Cam Hart. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Edwards on the carry. And he does what he can there, up to the 25. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
And he'll get this up to the 29-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on third down. On the ground, it's Edwards again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Punting unit out now. J.K. Scott will kick it away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
He was covered by Christian Fulton.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a 21-yard gain, and the Texans are going to have the first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. On play action, here's Stroud. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a fourth-quarter lead. Tank Dell the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Charger offense making its way to the field. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Back to the air, Herbert. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. He's back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. Space past the 35. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a first down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. New set of downs for him at the 38. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. The ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Here he is to throw. Escapes out to the left. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And the Texans grab it.
There are so many fundamental details playing the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. Mixon on the counter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. That's 5, it looks like, on the play. So now it's going to be 3rd and 8.
That's the gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Setting up to pass. Shakes himself free. And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
The kick is off the mark, no good. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game.
They tried for the field goal to really eliminate all shadow of a doubt, and instead, let's introduce some doubt into the picture and a little energy on the other side, Kate. It's not quite an automatic win still. They're going to have to get focused defensively and make sure they get a stop to clinch this.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Back to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Texans make the play that should win them this game. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So it's a win for the Texans. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.